to really show the magnanimity of the issue of food, during the break we were having a very candid discourse here, and I have absolutely no reason not to take this back, especially the issue of Galana Kulalu.
Yes.
And the two gentlemen were posing a question. Maybe I start with you. What exactly is the issue with Galana Kulalu?
I'm not too clear with the facts, but the way I would want to look at it is that, and here the government should listen to every Mwananchi. They should tell us what has been the harvest. If there has been a failed crop, let them also say what the failed crop is, so that everybody is in the clear of whether is it a mirage, is it expected to yield results, has there been any efforts, or are people just sitting in Galana Kulalu with a promissory statement? But we should get to know what exactly has come out of that project. If there is no results, also let the one know. But to me, if I'm given a suggestion, I'll make it like a NYS project. Put young people who are jobless on a 6-month, which is a maize season. Put the young people in Galana Kulalu, let them learn how to do mass production of maize. Give us a produce in 6 months. Get another team to go to Galana Kulalu and do it. If there is a failed crop, let them come and say. But we can't remain saying it is going to happen and it's not happening.
My take is different. Galana Kulalu, yes, the kind of production we are expecting there, in my view, is not intended to feed Kenyans. If you want to feed Kenyans, go to Migori, make sure that there is adequate access to technology,
yes,
to reduction in cost of production, so that the farmer in Migori producing maize can feed himself or herself and the neighborhood. The farmer in Ukambani, the farmer in Rift Valley, and every farmer. What we are producing in Galana Kulalu should be intended to earn this country more revenue. But if you produce things in Galana Kulalu and you render people jobless in Rift Valley and other places, we are going to have a more serious problem than we are actually intending to solve. So really is to make every Kenyan productive where they are, and productive at a cost that brings down the cost of food.
Senator, before I take Eric, then we move on.
Back to the same point, the subsistence farmer, the one who wants to, as he said, to plant some maize, make some money, should be the one that should be assisted. What the government should do, and I've said this as principle, government should not involve itself in business. There should be private entrepreneurship, incentives are given, tax holidays if necessary, so that then you can have a strategic grain reserve that can feed Kenyans. And then the question of prices, if we can regulate fuel, we should be able to regulate some of these things so that Kenyans are cushioned. It's a free market economy, but we should have proper mechanisms in place to ensure that these Kenyans are cushioned. Kenyans don't want this seesaw of stories from 180, because who is making 180? I actually want to know from government, what is the tax on this commodity? While Kenyans are paying 180 to 200, government is making money out of this maize. Why hasn't government provided a tax holiday incentive or reduction so that then the prices can come down? That is what the problem.
Because that's doable.
That is doable immediately.
Eric,
it is doable. It has been done. Those who are importing this commodity are now importing it duty-free. By the way, this is Galana Kulalu. This is
unfortunately my viewers don't have.
This is Galana Kulalu. So this is maize in Galana Kulalu.
For the interest of my viewers,
and
how much metric tons was harvested from Galana?
It was 120,000 so far.
120 metric tons?
Yes.
Or bags? Or bags?
Both. Okay, it was 120,000 tons.
120,000 tons.
Which was distributed and is in the process of being distributed in most coast areas. If you went, when we were distributing relief maize in Kwale, it was clearly indicated it was Galana Kulalu, in Kilifi, and in Taita Taveta. We ensured that the public saw that. There is a part for...
That's quite some maize.
Let me clarify something. It is not the maize being released in a day, but it has been progressively as it's being harvested. Let me clarify something. There will be a huge part of private enterprise in Galana Kulalo. But investors in their very nature would want to know what is the level of production before they invest. And so before we are able to do, because they are doing in blocks of 20,000 acres as Atago, and I think now they are in the 5th block. By the time they are able to research the whole farm and convert it into production, we will get somewhere. But I went there, I have been there pursuing poachers, I've been there pursuing cattle rastras, but I was very grateful to go back there. You know, I know this country, all of it, unlike you politicians where you know where you borrow votes. But I went there and I was really shocked to see actual maize being harvested. And I saw dedicated Kenyan professionals led by Engineer Oduor literally living in tents and ensuring that this happens.
Fair enough.
So
I think
as for the small farmers, it's good we have an aspiring governor here, we have a senator here, we have a governor here, a serving governor here. Not
an aspiring
not until other states. And that is why agriculture was devolved. There is a point I want to put here very clearly. Mutula, I am very old in government. Dare not put National Cereals and Produce Board, and I'm telling Kenyans as a Kenyan, in the hands of governors. Let us
devote the money.
Let us test them for a while. Honorable Chilawak, I don't want to tell you we are devoting money to buy helicopters. That is a topic for another.
Are you challenging the ability of governors?
Not by any means. They have been elected by the electorate. But I thought I heard Honorable Chiro carefully saying, the governor you elect, and this is civic education, I also have a responsibility. The governor you elect, the MCO you elect, look at your flood management, a simple drainage not being unblocked. Look at your nurses and doctors, and for heaven's sake, satisfy yourself that they will manage these people. If they bring money, eat the money, use it to buy unga.
What about the president you elect? What about the president you elect? What do we look at?
The president you elect, look at performance. And I think in terms of performance and the period given, Kenyans can make their decision very easily.
I
won't say no. I won't say no.
I want just a minute, Eric. It becomes very difficult for somebody who has not served as president to be elected because there is no performance to look at.
Don't invite me into politics. All I know is that there are not very many new faces in the scene as we are talking now. I'm also a Kenyan, but let me remain a civil servant. My friends here can do politics way much better.
Thank you very much. We now move on and we start with you. Luckily, you have served as a police officer up to a very senior level. The police recruitment exercise is on. The Nation has it on page 10 and 11, actually a spreadsheet. One woman apparently lost her life, sadly, due to the rigorous activities that are involved in this. But the issue that I need you to clarify is, how long do the recruits take in training?
Yeah, currently they are taking 9 months. What you want to give an initial recruit is the training and the capacity to be able to do very ordinary law and order functions. After that, police work is very broad. There are people you train for management, starting from corporal upwards. There are people you train to attend scenes of crime. There are people you want to train to be able to, for operation support, where a lot of force is required, where, you know, a lot of use of arms is included. There are people you train for forensics, and forensics is very wide. There are those who will go into issues of biological and whatever, those lab analysis. There are people who will go into accounting to manage issues of fraud. There are people who will go into intelligence collection. There are people who will go into the quasi-legal area, because there is a lot of legal activity happening when you are investigating a case file and preparing it for the prosecutors. And therefore, police training is continuous and very long. But
the preliminary one is
the preliminary one is 9 months, and you give a lot of other training, and in due course, to be able to serve in the field at least effectively, it will have to be extended to 15 months.
What prompted that question is the story on page 18 of the Standard. And the Standard says the people being recruited now will be deployed to man elections in 87 days.
Well, I don't know where you got that. And but what then I will clarify is that quite often the Inspector General is given authority by law to appoint special police officers. Unfortunately, we don't have any preso and handly service. And you are much better off with somebody who has spent 60 days at the APTC, at the Kenya Police College, and the GSU Training School. You are much better off appointing him to be under the supervision of an experienced police officer, preferably of the rank of corporal and above. You are much better off than the kind of people our friends here deploy all the time, and we are really appealing to you. Let's remain within the law. The government will have enough security. Honorable Ayako, Honorable Muntula, you don't need guns.
Thank you.
Just talk to people the way you are selling your policy now. Every Kenyan can see you are very sober thinkers. You are responsible, you are thinking about that country. Just sell your policy on that line. But when it comes to elections, they may be deployed, but the Inspector General will appoint them as special police officers, and they will be under the direct supervision of well-trained and experienced police officers.
Fair enough, very well explained.